Sometimes the toughest folks are the ones who need a hand the most, but they'll fight tooth and nail before admitting it. That's how it was for Clara Hawthorne, a ranch hand through and through, out in the wide-open spaces of Bighorn Basin, Wyoming, back in 1885. She'd wrestled blizzards that could freeze a man solid and droughts that turned the ground to cracked clay. But her own pain? She ignored it like a bad habit. Until one day, it nearly broke her. Clara had grown up on the ragged edge of the basin, learning the ropes after her ma passed when she was just a kid. Her pa taught her to fix fences by moonlight, lasso strays, and patch up wounds on livestock without flinching. She slept in haylofts, broke wild mustangs, and ate jerky cold from her saddlebag. A rancher didn't whine about aches they pushed through, but by spring, a sharp stab in her gut had her doubled over. She gritted her teeth and saddled up anyway. One dawn, though, it dropped her to her knees. For the first time, she headed to Gray Rock, the nearest town with a dock. She figured on some grizzled old-timer with a flask in his pocket. Instead, she met Dr. Ethan Caldwell, fresh in town at maybe 30, built solid like a cowboy, but with the polish of city schooling. His voice had that calm authority that made you listen. Clara's mouth went dry when he motioned to the exam table. "Just lie back and let me handle this," he said, all professional kindness. To her, it felt like a challenge. Her face burned. She wasn't some fragile flower. "I don't need coddling," she snapped, bolting out the door like a spooked colt. Ethan just watched, steady as ever. Pain outruns stubbornness every time, miss. The ride home was agony, every jolt firing through her side. Folks in town had seen her flee, and whispers followed. Back at the Hawthorne spread, nestled between rugged hills, smoke rose from the chimney where old Sam Whitaker, her pa's longtime partner, was fixing supper. He eyed her limping in. "You look like hell warmed over." "What did the docs say?" Heat crept up her neck. "Didn't see him." Sam's brows shot up. "Rode all that way for nothing? Girl, you're dumber than a sack of hammers." She shrugged him off, but his words about her pa-stung pa had been tough but smart enough to know when to fold. That night, Ethan's words echoed. "Let me handle this." No one had said that to Clara since her ma. She learned young that ranch life meant carrying your own weight, hiding hurts, swallowing tears. Weaknesses get you nowhere. But Ethan's gaze had seen right through her, like she was worth saving. It rattled her badly. Dawn brought more chores, but the pain roared back fiercer. She saddled her mare, Daisy, aiming for the north fence. Halfway, the world spun. Black spots danced, pain coiling like a snake. She slid from the saddle, hitting dirt hard and fading out. When she woke, Daisy nuzzled her, sun high. Stubborn as ever, she climbed back up. Quitting wasn't in her blood. But Ethan's warning buzzed like a fly. Pain outruns stubbornness. 3 days later, she rode to town for supplies, vowing to steer clear of him. Spotting Ethan at the post office, she ducked behind Daisy. Too late. "Afternoon, Miss Hawthorne." His voice was right behind her, gold flecks in his eyes up close. "Feeling better?" "Fine as can be." A twinge hit when she hefted flour, but she hid it. He tipped his hat. "Doors always open if you reconsider." Her cheeks flamed. Did he have to rub it in? The ride home stewed her thoughts. Why did he unsettle her so? She'd faced grizzlies and floods without blinking, but one chat left her tangled. And handsome? Lord, he was rugged, not pretty, the type to calm a storm or birth a foal. Way above her station. The next day, word came of Widow Ellis selling her herd cheaply. Clara needed it to build up the ranch since Pa's death. She scrubbed up, headed to the boarding house. Terms were fair, but the widow mentioned Ethan sniffing around, too. Clara's gut twisted. Was he blocking her on purpose? A rich doc like him could outbid her easily. Storming out, she bumped straight into him at the cafe. "Whoa there, rancher." His hand steadied her, amusement twinkling. "Folks'll think you're after me. I'd sooner chase a tornado." He grinned, guiding her to a table before she could bolt. Coffee came, gossip sure to follow. "Heard about the Ellis cattle," he said casually. "Good stock." Her blood boiled to him. It was plain money to her survival. She stood to leave, but his quiet sit down froze her. What's eating you? Pride warred with anger. You can buy whatever. I can't compete. He leaned in. I think you're scared. Scared? I've stared down death. Not a meth, letting someone close. The truth stung. Then, dinner with me? She choked. Why me? Because I like you. You're real, not some fluff. She searched for lies, found none. Men like you don't pick women like mettered under nails, no frills. He was quiet. I see strength, integrity. A woman who'd outwork anyone. The praise hit hard. She fled, heart pounding. Sleep brought dreams to his eyes. Morning clarity. Rich men had angles. Maybe pity, maybe boredom. She worked harder, ignoring Sam's knowing looks. Then Ethan rode up with medicine. For your side. Neighborly. She clutched it, pride clashing. Can't pay. Didn't ask. He saw her wince. You're hurting badly. No shame in help. Tears prickage turn away. Dinner offer stands. No. Why? Because. You're too good. He stepped close. When's the last time someone called you beautiful? Worth it. The kindness undid her. She fled inside as he left. Sam spilled. Ethan's loaded, owns landmines. Rich men want something. Clara smashed the bottle. Medicine soaking the wood. What did he want? Her? Fury burned. She dodged him for a week, hiding like a fool. He cornered her at the bank. Hide and seek. Embarrassed, she mounted up. Dinner tonight? Can't. Won't. Scared to talk. They'll say I'm desperate, snagging the rich doc. Let him. Their opinions don't count. Yours does. The fire in him shocked her. I'm patient, but not forever. Pain struck viciously for 3 days on. Alone, she collapsed by the barn. Hours passed. Hooves thundered. Sam fetched Ethan. Damn stubborn. Ethan growled, scooping her up. At his grand house, he dosed her, probed gently. This could have killed you, appendicitis. He paced, furious. I lost a patient back east, too proud. Won't lose you. The fear in his voice cracked her. I don't know how to let go. Just don't fight. Hands joined, worlds apart yet fitting. She stayed, waking to breakfast. He shared his past, engaged to a society belle who mocked his ranch roots. She called me a cowboy in a suit. I ran west. Clara's heart ached. She was a fool. He cupped her face, kissed her gentle, then deep. You're remarkable. Fear melted. She saw worth in his eyes. They courted slowly, dinner finally happening. The wedding was simple. The town was buzzing. Ethan moved to her ranch, learning ropes, comically milking wrong, roping himself. Fights came, like her working sick. Bed now. Passion followed arguments. Son Jack arrived, then twins Lily and Rose. Ranch thrived, kids grew. 10 years on, Clara watched Ethan teach Jack roping. Best choice ever, she told Sam. Ethan jogged over, arm around her. Still scary, in the best ways. He carried her inside, laughter echoing. Life wasn't perfect storms. Losses, but their love endured, built on grit and grace. What do you think, should pride always come first, or is letting someone in worth a risk? Share your take in the comments below. I'd love to hear where you stand on this.